Sorry, mate. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Now, I've just fixed another slight rainwater leak on my MX5 Mk2 1/2 NB facelift, and I think at this stage, currently, I've encountered all the rainwater leaks that you can get on an MX5. So I'm going to quickly run through all the places where your MX5 might be leaking water from and how to fix them. So the first problem that I had was wet carpet in the boot and in the spare wheel well as well, and it turned out to be water coming in either from the third brake light or round the rear lights. I didn't know which one it was, but when I took both of them out, they were wet both behind them. And the quickest way to check is when you pop the boot in there behind the third brake light, it'll be wet, and that's literally pull that clip off. These are a bit of a pig to get to, but you've got to lever them off, and then I think there's some 10 mils behind it, but I do a quick Google, you'll find out how to take the third brake light out. That was wet behind there, and then also it was wet behind there. One way to check is pour water down here. Obviously your boot seal is here, so your rainwater is going to go this side of it. It actually runs down and runs into the back of the rear light here. So if you take this panelling out here, or just pull it down because mine's not very well attached, you can see whether it's wet behind here. Now it's literally 3 or 4 10mm nuts. This whole rear light comes completely out. You can either buy a new gasket for it, or what I did, clear silicone sealant. Weatherproof stuff would probably be better, and then literally seal all the way around, stick it back in there, do all the nuts up tight, put your bulbs back if you ever had to take bulbs out, and then that should stop it from leaking. It certainly did on mine. I sealed around here, and I sealed around there, and I sealed around this one, and the boot has been completely dry since. It also ends up getting condensation up here as well. Check for that. If it's still getting water in the boot after that, it's then probably your rain rail. Now I haven't had that problem on this one, but I've heard it's more of a problem on the Mk1s. And basically where the water comes off the roof, there's a rain rail that runs all the way around here, and if it's blocked in the 2 drain holes which are either side, that can then fill up and run over the rain rail here and run into the boot. Let me just shut the boot. A way to check your drains, I'll show you where the drains are, 2 seconds. Now when the roof's up, the water runs all the way around here, and then it runs into these drains just down there. Pull that carpet out of the way, there it is there. So what happens obviously over time is leaves get trapped in here, they break down, cause a bit of compost, and then go down that hole there, if you can see it. That blocks the holes. Now with the roof up, what you do is you pour some water in there, and it should fairly quickly pour out on the floor underneath. If it doesn't, then this rubber pipe that runs down here, sorry mate, there's nobody giving you a drink of water today. There's a pipe that runs down here, and if that gets blocked, that can then back up and then either pour into the seals, which obviously you can see here we've had that problem, that's why we've had to cut all this out, or it can back right up to the top and then pour into your boot or overflow into your boot. Now you can get proper pipe cleaners and stuff. Don't use a bit of wire because it's sharp on the end, and as you poke the bit of wire down, you're just going to scag that pipe, and then that pipe would be ruined, and I'm not even sure how you would get to that pipe to fix that, so don't do that. While we're talking about these drain holes, what I would say is never park your MX5 or Miata pointing uphill, because obviously it's going to pull up in the back here before it can get to these drain holes here. So I always park it either on the flat or slightly nose down or slightly to the left or the right. That's fine. If it's uphill, the water can't come around and get to your drain holes. Now the other one, there's actually 2 in this area here. So there's like a little kind of gutter that runs down here, and that actually runs down the inside there. But the one that I've just fixed here is actually, I'll show you on the other side in a minute, but there's like a bit of a gap there, and the water can run down the inside of the seal. So for now I've just put this bit of tape on, but when I've got time and it's dry enough, I'm going to take this bit of tape off and actually seal down there with some silicone sealant. So a way to test that is you pour some water in there. I'll pour that in there, and that runs out there. But if I show you on the other side where I haven't fixed it, some of the water was actually running down here and then not getting to the gutter but actually running down there. So if it goes down there, that actually then comes down the inside of this bit of trim and actually runs into your carpet and your footwell here. So if you've got wet carpets, check this bit here and check this bit here. And then the final one that I had a few weeks ago was the water was running off the roof there, finding its way just into that little bit there, and then running ever so slightly just down the inside of the glass, but I'm literally talking like a few drips. So if it is running down the inside of the glass here, what you've got to do is all these rubber seals basically all need slightly pushing forward, because every time the roof goes up and down, obviously all these slightly separate. There's like little gaps here where they all separate. Let me show you. So when the roof opens and closes, look, all these slightly come away from each other. So what you've got to do is slightly, and I'm guessing over the course of like 20 years and the roof keep opening and closing, these have all like slightly moved backwards. So literally just shimmy this one ever so slightly forward with the roof shut and with the door open, literally just shimmy that forward, and that needs to meet in there quite tight. Obviously there's a load of tape in here at the moment just because I'm stopping the water going down this little gap here. But yeah, literally just shimmy that one forward ever so slightly, and then you'll end up with a slight gap here, and then shimmy that one slightly forward, and then shimmy that one slightly forward, and then you've got loads of room at the bottom here, so that should stop the water coming down the inside of the glass. Now, one thing I haven't covered is water coming in the bulkhead. So if you have got wet carpets there, my carpets were wet along here because it was coming down this rail and it was actually coming out the inside of here. But if you've got wet carpet at the bottom where your feet are, then I'm guessing your water's coming in from the bulkhead. Now, there's a bunch of rubber grommets and stuff like that inside the engine bay. Investigate those, maybe pull the carpets back, or if you've got any experience of those and you're watching this video, then put it in the comments. There you go, guys. I hope that was helpful to someone. If it was, leave a comment in the comment section. Also, if you fixed the leak on your MX5 and I haven't covered it in this video, leave a comment as well, and I'll put it as a pinned comment to help anyone else that's watching this video as well and trying to sort out leaks and stuff on their MX5, and then it will share the help, eh? As always, like and subscribe, check out my other content because it's much better produced than this, and I'll see you on the next one.